Hi, I'm Jale. Welcome to my channel. This is going to be a general collective reading for the sign of Scorpio for May 2020. If your sun, moon, rising, Venus sign is in Scorpio, then this could be the video for you. But as with all general readings, please take what resonates and leave the rest. If it doesn't add up to maybe what you feel resonates with you, try and check out maybe one of the other readings on the channel for the month of May, as that may also resonate. If you are led or drawn to a video that has a title that you feel maybe also jumps out, then even if it's not in your sign, or if you're not aware that you've got any of that energy in your chart, I would also look and maybe watch that. Sometimes there are added messages, even if it's not under your sign, but it could even be that, you know, you have a stellium in that area, that planet, and you're not aware. Okay, so Scorpio for May. Let's have a look what's going on here. We're going to be using the Fountain Tarot deck here for Scorpio. Just trying to work out what's going on with this deck. Right, let's have a look. Scorpios, please. Scorpio. You guys have got Scorpio moon on the 7th. There is a Scorpio moon on the 7th here. Have a look to see where that will be affecting your sun or your moon, or, you know, any of wherever your placements are. Have a look to see if that's where that affects. If it's in the 11th or 12th house, you know, obviously then that will probably affect maybe friendships or something that was hidden. But have a look to see. There's definitely some kind of shedding going on around the 7th here. You've got an offer coming in here, Page of Coins. There's an offer coming. This is, again, something that was, I want to say it was unexpected, but was it? Was it unexpected, or did you know something was coming, and you because you're a Scorpio, you're thinking there's something coming, but I can't quite place what it is, but I know something's coming. You're right, and it is coming. Is it what you think it is? For some of you, yes. For some of you, no. If you've been building up, saving money, or trying to keep something to, you know, the minimum, sort of cutting spending, there's a respite in this. There's a bit of a space where you know, a bit more relaxing energy here, where I feel like it's not as needing for you to sort of keep hold of the purse strings. Yeah, look. Something has restricted you. You've got the 7 of Coins in reverse with the Chariot in the reverse as well. So Chariot in reverse, things not moving forward. And then you've got the 7 of Coins in the reverse. It's like there's a kind of juxtaposition here with this. It's like things aren't moving forward, but then they are moving forward. There's no balance. Someone's not balanced in something. Someone hasn't made their mind up what direction to go in. And the time it's been called for, they're calling time as if to say, well, you need to make a decision. But someone doesn't want to make a decision here. There's some competitive elements going on with the 5 of Wands. There's some kind of competitive elements. It's restricting the energy. Someone's cash flow is restricted by other parties. There was a decision someone needs to make, but there's also a restriction by other parties too, based on expectations. Okay. There is a completely confused energy going on here. So you've got the King of Cups with the King of Wands. Someone doesn't know what they're going to do about a certain situation now. This feels like a masculine that maybe has more than one option to choose from. They want to sit into that kind of, you know, King of Cups energy, that emotional energy, but there's a block here. Could be around a third party. We've got 3 of Coins and the 10 of Cups. There's a third party situation here that is blocking a potential emotional kind of reunion or connection. But then we've also got the Queen of Cups with the Lovers. So there's a choice. There's a choice being made here with the Queen of Cups. And then we've got the Devil. So let's say, for example, you have been in a situation where there was third party involvement and that your person said they were going to leave that other person. There is a transitional energy here where I feel like they're a bit kind of wishy-washy with it. They're a bit kind of they haven't made their mind up, or you haven't made your mind up, and so there's a bit of a grey area here. It's like if they were still in a third party, they'd be coming towards you, trying to understand what this connection was about while still entertaining another person. And I feel like this energy is sort of slowly working its way out, because they're saying it's time. Something's time. Someone's got to release something here. And I feel like it's very similar to the live general reading I did on Wednesday the 29th. Yeah, they don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. Yeah. Two of Coins. There's a juggling going on here. Two of Coins. What do I do? This is right. It's an unmanageable situation as well, it looks like. Now, there is a reunion energy here that's an option. We've got the Fountain with the Six of Cups. So there's something about reconnecting with something from the past that's going to bring abundance. But then we've also got the Seven of Cups with the Ten of Coins reversed. The choice is the confusion, though. It brings some kind of physical imbalance to the situation. But there's confusion. There's a lot of confusion energy here. There's a lot of confusion energy. This is going to be rife around the Scorpio moon. This is the energy I feel around the Scorpio moon. Lots of things being discussed, not too sure about what direction to go in. Wanting to go in a certain direction and then maybe feeling like you're being blocked. Okay. Yeah, look. We've got the Two of Wands. We've got the Two of Wands. This is about choices. So it's about a decision here around, again, more choices. And then we've got the Seven of Swords. Someone doesn't want to make the decision. They want to slip away. They want to kind of run off and not have to make the decision, but they're going to have to. That's not the lesson that was involved. Someone wants to sneak off and not make the decision and not stand their ground with something because they feel like it's going to bring more trouble. They feel like it's going to bring a lot more issues. And so I feel like they're either going to be avoidant or pretend that they don't sort of... they don't want something. This is inevitable. Obviously, we've got the Death card here. This is about the inevitability. That is some cream. That's such a Scorpio card. But it's like they're holding it off. It's like there's a fear. This is like someone's subconscious fear of, if I end this or if I stop doing that, it's equating to a death. And it's like, that's a big thing. There's like a death of something that someone's going to have to acknowledge here in order for this to be, the decision to be made. And that's a huge thing. For this person, it's a huge thing because it's like, it's a very kind of, there's no kind of like wishy-washy endings with death, is there? It's like, it's death. It's, there's no kind of like half measures with death. It's either is or it isn't, Yeah, look. Wow. So we've got the King. So I feel like this person maybe doesn't want to do that. They don't want to totally end it. They don't want to fall into that energy because it's going to be... they're trying not to make a decision because there's multifaceted things to this, and everyone's going to be different that resonates with this. For the ones that, some of them are going to be just sneaky because they're trying to protect themselves, and there's others that actually is a past life thing, and this actually equates to them feeling like they're dying by choosing this because of something that happened in a past life with a similar situation with probably the same people involved. And so there's a triggering going on here, which is why this person's not making a decision. But something's coming out here. We've got the moon in the reverse. And it, to me, something was held up for too long. Do you see what I mean when I say that? If you look at this card in the reverse, it looks like something's being propped up here. It looks like a gateway, a portal that's appeared, and everything's been held back. But they're just waiting for this person to walk through it. They're just saying, look, walk through this, walk through. But I feel like they're not seeing this for what it is. It's like someone's blocking their path as well. They have to adhere or acknowledge something. They have to adhere or acknowledge something, but something is blocking their path. And to speak out about that is the part that doesn't sit well with this person, because it means that they've got to confront it, and it's like confronting your fears, isn't it? It's never easy to do. This is a fear. Someone has an innate fear about these things, and they know in order to get to where they need to go, to collect this tangible item, to collect what they need to collect, to have what they want, they have to walk through this. But it's an extreme emotional reaction that they know it's going to cause a not just for them, because obviously they're dealing with an extreme fear almost. It's like it's a chain reaction. This is a chain reaction of events. Queen of Coins. There's also an energy here of someone who is holding on to something for dear life. And this has come through in Virgo, Leo, Libra, and now Scorpio. So it definitely feel out the titles of those other videos if this resonates with you, because these energies are getting, it's like someone is trying to figure out what to do, and the information is coming through on these readings because it's the same energy. Someone doesn't want to let go. Look, can you see? This person here is holding that pentacle. And at the moment, the pentacle is with this Queen of Pentacles. But he's trying to let go of it. He's trying to have this. He's trying to have this. But he knows, or she knows, in order to get through, he's got to get through this. And it's not an easy task, because it's like a culmination of every fear they've probably had up until this point in time. To go through that portal, bottom of the deck, the star. It's like they have to go through this to heal. And it's just a really important part of their path, but they've been putting it off because they know they've got to do the work. One sec. Someone's holding on to something way too tight, and because of that, there's a restriction energy here. The person has to walk through a portal or a gateway that they know is going to dredge up a lot of past life memories, but it needs to happen, because this is the thing. They know, with the Page of Wands and the Sun, they know this is going to be brought up. This energy will be brought up, which is basically freedom. It's like enthusiasm, freedom, optimism, happiness. It's, again, we've got the other two cards that came out, Strength and Six of Coins, because they know it's the balanced area. This is the balanced way of doing it. Strength and Six of Coins. They know this is what they need to kind of be walking towards, but there's an innate fear here that means by them walking through this, it means there's a kind of closure of a major life thing. It's like if you've been putting off something that you know is going to really help you, because you know it's going to really change you, this is what this energy is. Someone is trying to inhibit or restrict a change because they know how much will shift. Yeah, look, 8 of Wands, fast moving, very fast moving and sort of energy here. And 7 of Wands. So it's like at some point they are going to move towards this. They're not going to allow this to sort of block them, because I feel like possibly that has before. They are going to accept that this energy is conducive to their growth, you know. Look, 9 of Wands, this is the wounded warrior. This is someone who's kind of like, do I have to? You know, I've done all this other work. Do I have to actually do that? Do I have to actually acknowledge that this is something that I have to do? Because it's like they're battle weary. They're very battle weary. It's like they know that they've gone through probably a lot of stuff, and that there's just more energy that they're going to have to work with, and it's like it feels overwhelming for them. But it's a huge karmic lesson. It's literally a huge karmic lesson. King of Swords and 8 of Cups. King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles with walking away. So someone is actually going to make the decision to walk. So this person that was potentially in a commitment, or that was scared to go through this door because there was a past life karmic repercussion that meant that they had to kind of acknowledge their fears. If it's not you, it'll be if someone else is around you. Take it obviously as it's, you know, as it fits. But they're walking away. They're actually leaving this energy because they know it can't. It's not their long term. This is not a long term energy. This was just a lesson. This was just another lesson, and they're starting to realise that, or you're starting to realise that, whoever this is for, you know, within your life. Hang on, there was a card that flipped that's just shown itself. Yeah, and yet again. So they've now received their pentacle back. They've taken back a commitment from someone. They've taken it back, and now they're reassessing where that needs to go. They've evaluated what that meant to them, what they've learned, and now they're reassessing to see where exactly is that going to go. Wow. So we've got a new cycle here, the Fool with the Ace of Wands, wanting to take action for something a bit more different, okay? So we've got the Fool and the Ace of Wands here. This is about taking a leap of faith and very action-orientated energy towards that kind of target that someone's trying to reach for. With the Two of Swords. With the Two of Swords. So this is, again, it's like, I didn't see it before, but now I can see the path. I'm like, this is where I want to be. And look, they go towards it. 2 of Cups in the world. It's like, I'm here. Again, very Wheel of Fortune type of energy here. Very Wheel of Fortune type of energy to say, yeah, look, my decision was made. This was invested. This has been reinvested now. Because I've walked through that portal. I've recaptured my sovereignty. I've acknowledged what my fear was within that situation. I've understood exactly what it is I need, because now I've released something that energy is able to come to me a lot easier. And so now the true blessings can come in, you know. Four of Swords. This is taking a step back, taking a break, some time out to really evaluate what it is you want. So this is going to be with that World and that Two of Cups. What is my happiness? What is it that I'm investing in here? What is it that is going to be giving me something here that I can, you know, it's going to branch out. It's not just going to be this kind of, oh, I invested in this and it's going to last me 3 days and then that's it. Nothing else comes of it. This is a long-term legacy investment someone is looking at here. This is not just I'm going to have a look at something and this is going to, you know, tide me over for the next 6 months. This is a long term. When I pass over, when I look back, what is it exactly that I want to be seeing? This is this kind of a decision. This is a huge, this feels to me like it's like someone, put it this way, if this was a love connection, this would be like a step up in commitment. Or if it was a job situation, it'd be like, I'm going to start a new business and this is going to be the 5-year plan. It feels like something that, in order for you to you have to speculate to accumulate. It feels like that. And at the moment, the fear is walking out of the old life and the security that holds. Wow. Okay. Wow. Someone's making a decision of their long-term happiness around a domestic situation. We've got the Hierophant, the Empress, the High Priestess, and the Four of Wands. This is essentially the control system, the format of which your life is in, how you want to move forward with that, and how you want to integrate it into your private life. It's like there's an integration going on here. Four of Wands with the High Priestess. So someone's celebrating. There's something unknown going on still. They've had to leave something behind. Someone's still not sure about how to move forward with the situation. Five of Coins and Six of Swords. Without losing out. They think if they walk through this door, or you think if you walk through this door, that you're going to have to compromise on your personal freedom of some kind. Or you're going to have to compromise on what you're offering or what you're gaining, and it's not the case. It's fear based on whatever this decision is. It's past life. It was always meant to be a test, because by you walking through that, you're acknowledging that you want different and that you're doing it differently this time. But the fear keeping you in, it makes you think that what's behind it is going to be a loss of freedom, it's going to be a loss of independence, it's going to be a loss of this, a loss of that. But it's not. It's actually a loss of the ego. There's like an ego death going on. Hierophant and the Empress. This is the control structure that is finally being broken free of. And then High Priestess and Four of Wands. An unknown element that is bringing you pleasure that maybe you hadn't ever probably acknowledged, or maybe you finally are acknowledging. Yeah. There's an ending to a work scenario here as well. Three of Swords, Eight of Coins. So there's a closure of someone's not going to do the work. It's like they don't want to do the work. They are stepping away from a third party situation that wasn't serving them. Let's have a look. May, please, for Scorpio. What else? Please. Yeah, look, Magician. Someone's trying to maneuver a situation so that it's fair. Someone's trying to manifest something to create a new option almost. Someone's trying to manifest a more freedom-based outcome. Yeah, it's like they're putting off a decision. Judgment. Judgment in the reverse. Judgment in the reverse. They don't want to make the decision. So the Magician is that person that kind of tries to move things along in their own little way, finding loopholes, you know. Because they don't want to, they know if they walk through that door, it's over. And that scares them too much. Yeah. There's something that was offered for healing that feels very hard. Look, we've got Four of Cups and Temperance here. We've got the Four of Cups and Temperance. Can you see? Someone that had previously not wanted to go with an option is now reconsidering that. But there's a lot of other things going on in the background. Five of Swords. There's a lot of mental kind of mind games going on here. And do I take that option and reconcile with that? But then what happens if I'm rejected? Or what I'm going to have to reject someone else? And then it's like someone's trying to maneuver their way around making a decision, which it inevitably is one person that's feeling let down and one person that is kind of feeling like there's mind games being played. Nine of Coins, Knight of Swords, Four of Coins. Someone wants to be single. They want to break free from something here. Or there's an abundance that what they want to come bring into them that is of a faster pace. So, you know, they want something very quickly. Nine of Coins, Knight of Swords. They want something very, very quickly with this energy. They want it to manifest very quickly. Right. Knight of Swords, Nine of Coins. They want something very quickly and easily. But the problem with it is they're holding on too tight to something else. Four of Coins. Let it go. Something that they don't want to let go of something. And they don't understand why things aren't developing. But it's because they're holding on to something that they can't sustain. And the reason they're doing it is because they know it's going to cause an issue. Look, Nine of Cups, but they want it. But they want it. This is excess. This is someone that's probably going to end up drinking a little bit or trying to make their decision at the bottom of a you know, a bottle of something, because they're like, yeah, but if I walk through this door, again, it comes back to that innate deep fear. There's a fear here that's like really being brought up. Someone's going through a massive fear of something that they don't quite understand, and so they're trying to use loopholes to get around it, but they've just got to walk into it, because this is going to really open up their energy. It's actually, it feels very commitment phobic. This feels very commitment phobic, if I'm totally honest with you. Yeah, look, Six of Wands, something happening in the public, something outed, or something coming to light that was not previously acknowledged. Yeah, but it's like, wow, something comes to light, but there's also a mistruth. It's like something had to be released here. Ten of Wands in the reverse. But whatever it is coming to light, I don't know how realistic or true it is, because it's Page of Swords in the reverse. It's like something's coming to light that doesn't feel quite truthful. Now, Ten of Wands is in reverse, so the good thing is something came to light because it needed to be, you know, brought out into the open. But I feel like the fact that is a non-truth is going to cause some confusion to whoever this is for. We've got the Tower in the reverse here, interestingly. Scorpio, please, for May 2020. Scorpio. Yeah, they're going to have to, this sneaking away that they were trying to do with the Seven of Swords in the reverse, they're going to be held to account for this. They're going to be held to account. They're going to be asked to speak the truth. It could well be that they try and avoid this decision and say some lies, or talk about it openly but lie about it. But the situation is not going to go away until they tell the truth. So this person that has a fear of walking into this new doorway and out the other end and accepting their new life, they're probably used to avoiding the truth because it's just easier for them to do. But this time they're going to have to acknowledge it, because it's going to make things 15 times worse. It's going to make things 15 times worse. So until they acknowledge and speak their truth, this is possibly going to keep coming up until it's recognised, because it's a major cycle yeah, look, Nine of Swords in the reverse. So once that's been transmuted, and then there's not as much fear, because this is very fear-based. Nine of Swords in the reverse with the Wheel of Fortune. So then the fortunes change when they release the fear of this. And this is the thing, it's actually not really a fear. It's like the reality of it is not so much a fear. But that this is what they're worried about. They're worried about a tower moment. They're worried about a tower moment happening. That's what's been causing the worry, is for everything to be reviewed, because it's like, oh well, you lied about that initially, so now what else have you lied about? That's what they're trying to avoid. But it's like this is an innate fear this person's going through, that they're still trying to work through, and it's very difficult for them, which is why they're having difficulty articulating this, because it's like, yeah, look, and it's about possible third parties here, possible connections around friendships, friend groups, enjoyment, what you've been enjoying, what you haven't been enjoying. But there's a light being shed on that possible third party here. 5 of Cups, disappointment. Disappointment. Could be that that person's in a third party, could be that person's in a third party. Take it as it resonates, but someone is disappointed around a scenario here of inevitably, after a cycle has been built up where someone didn't make a decision, it feels almost like when they finally do go to make the decision, it's almost taken out of their hands, because it's like either they took too long or someone else decided for them. But it's like the fear has blocked someone, or attempted to block someone from moving forward. This is the Star healing. And so when the time finally came to move forward, there was still fear. And then eventually something shifted and a tower moment was created. So, yeah. Yeah, it's not ideal. It's because they didn't act. They couldn't see the wood through the trees. They didn't know how to move their way through this. And so they were relying on their old techniques of avoidance and other things that is not going to serve them. And the lesson came through from the universe, and they learned. They had to learn. Okay. Right. We've got 3 of Wands, 8 of Swords, the Emperor, Knight of Wands, Knight of Cups, Queen of Wands, Page of Cups, Hanged Man, Ace of Coins, Justice. Someone's in a third party situation, we knew that. Or possibly from this, if it resonates in it, we knew that. Someone feels trapped talking out about how they really feel, okay? The Emperor cannot actually manifest into the Emperor because there's an energy here that's of a restriction. They're trying to move forward to collect what is theirs and to honour something around their feelings, but it's like they're trying to put off an inevitable ending, because they're equating it to the darkness, which is I fear the unknown, and so I don't know if I want to do this. It's like the ironic thing about all this is they're fearing the outcome, but actually they're to fear themselves, because it's reflecting part of their shadow back to them, and they don't realise it. It's reflecting a part of their shadow, and they don't quite realise it. And so there is an avoidance technique here. And so there's an avoidance technique going on, and until that person or whoever's involved in this understands that, just rip the plaster off. I mean, I know it's an easy thing to do, but honestly, it's just easier, because then you've done the work and there's no surprises then. And this feels like, well, I mean, we'll see what comes up next. Now I'm going to collect all the cards together. We'll see what comes up, but this feels like there's going to be a little surprise at the end of this, but I might be wrong. Let's have a look. Let's go round 2 here. Okay. Maybe it feels like a boxing match, this whole thing. Right, let's have a look. Scorpio, please, for the month of May. Scorpio. Yeah, 3 of Coins, 3 of Coins, 3 of Coins. What is my investment in? What is my time and money investment going to be put into? Where do I want to put my money, time and energy into here? What do I want to achieve with this energy and why? You know, there's an imbalance here. 4 of Cups and 10 of Wands. Someone is weighed down by something that they don't want, but they don't know how to remove it. Same energy as before. Someone is trying to reconcile with them. Devil and Temperance. That is like an old, this is like an old habit that doesn't die. The Devil and Temperance. Someone is trying to bring back something that is not for their highest good. And so this person's really trying to fight it. It's like, this is very karmic energy. This feels very karmic to me. Page of Wands. Where do they want their investment to go? Where is their time, energy, and, you know, their soul, where is it going? Yeah, someone wants to reject something. Chariot with the 4 of Cups. Someone wants to turn something down here. They don't want it to be the way it is. Someone's burdened by a responsibility, you know, an energy here. Knight of Coins with the 10 of Wands that is not conducive to their growth. They feel weighed down. They feel trapped. This is someone who thinks they're trapped, right? They're not. I'll be honest with you, they're not. But there's a fear. This is about a fear, innate fear. Right, there's too many that came out. Right. So they're scared. They don't look. We've got the Devil and the 9 of Swords in the reverse. So it's like they're trying to purge this energy that just won't go. Temperance and the Empress in reverse. Something's a little bit misaligned here. It's like they can't quite catch their bearings. 2 of Wands in the reverse. They can't quite work out what is what and what is the best choice. They don't know. But we're going in a loop here. And again, fear. This is a lot of fear. Very shadow elements coming up. Wow. Magician and Fool. Again, the way they tend to deal with it is to sort of try and manipulate the outcome a little bit to try and avoid making a decision. And it's like a loophole. They're going to try and find loopholes. Magician and Fool. It's like, I know, I'll take the leap of faith, but I'm going to do it in this way because then it's easier for me to deal with. Justice. This is karmic. It's a karmic cycle that someone doesn't want to close out because it means they've got to do the work. What are you going to do here? Yeah, King of Wands. They don't want to let go. They don't want to let go. Come on, Scorpio. What are you going to do? What is the outcome for May, please? What are you going to end up doing? Mind games and mind games around the emotions. Knight of Cups and 5 of Swords. People are not going to know where they stand. There's going to be confusion. I'm not going to lie. Someone's going to feel left out in the cold. 6 of Cups, 5 of Coins. There's going to be a possible soulmate connection here that's going to feel like they've left out in the cold because they don't know what's going on. Knight of Swords, 9 of Coins. They're going to want to go for their freedom. This is what they're choosing. They're choosing their freedom, all right? So they're going to choose finally their freedom. That's their outcome. They choose single life. This is someone who's going to become single. We've got the moon now. Could be around the 7th to the 10th of May that this happens. The full moon is on the 7th. Obviously, residual effects happen sort of after a few days afterwards. Okay, so let's see. What is the moon? Yeah, they're moving on to calmer waters, but the ultimate outcome, it looks like, is they're going to choose to be single. If there's more than one party involved, I think rather than choosing a party, they're going to choose single life first, then make a decision what to do next. That's how I'm viewing this. But let's have a look. Let's pull some cards for the outcomes. I'm going to go and pull the Queen of the Moon Oracle for outcomes for you guys. Scorpio, please. Outcomes for Scorpio. What is the outcome for the sign of Scorpio, please, for the month of May 2020? What is the outcome? What is the outcome? Outcome, please. Thank you. Yeah, learning lessons. Here we go. Wisdom. This is about learning a major life lesson here. And can you see they're trying to build themselves up just to tangibly touch and reach out for that information. Outcome, please. Outcome for Scorpio. Growth. So there's definitely a growth element that's kind of developing here that will be given to you based on obviously this whole situation carrying out. Now obviously don't forget, if this is for you and there is this fear in you, then just take it a step at a time, but just try and sort of figure out underlying issues of what that's for and why, because then it will probably be easier for you to solve. And if it's to do with someone else, the best way to deal with that is let them work through it, because they've got to learn, you know. Let's see outcomes, please. Let's see outcomes. Let's see outcomes. If you're there to always pick up, you know, they've got to learn on their own sometimes. So let's see, what is the outcome for Scorpio, please? What is the outcome for Scorpio for the month of May 2020? May, come on. What is it you want to say for outcomes for Scorpio? Nope. Stubborn. Scorpio energy outcome, please, for May 2020. What is the outcome? Wow, this is, whatever this is, it's a long time coming. Right, let's have a look. Scorpio. Scorpio. Yeah, look, show your support. Show your support. Love matters. Wow. And then trust your own understanding. So if this is someone happening, you know, around you, try and support them with it. I know that's probably not going to be easy if you're wanting them to make a decision, but I feel like it's going to be very dependent on your support that is going to really help them, you know. So this was your reading for Scorpio for the month of May. Hopefully that's been of some help. Thank you for all your likes, shares and subscriptions. It means a lot to me. Catch me live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, British Standard Time, 8 PM on YouTube. Please do click on the notification bell to be updated for when I do go live. If you want to book a personal reading with me, please, information is in the description box below. And obviously take good care of yourselves, and until next time, bye.